All right. Don't be. Play more, bro. I won't lie. My fucking brain is like hurting. Too much. I actually played like a solid at least 5 hours of Valorant today. Like actually. Ugh. My full name? I'm sure you could Google it. Actually, wait. Does I wonder if the internet knows my middle name? Wait, I'm actually curious. Does the internet know my middle name? Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. I was wondering. I was wondering if it knew my my middle name as well. Okay. Van? Yes. Van is my middle name. Dude, I won't lie. You're 23? I am 23 years old, yes. Are you on a laptop? No, I'm not on a laptop. This is a UPS that's plugged into my PC, aka an uninterrupted power supply. So basically, let's say the power went out. This device that I have plugged into my PC would power my PC on for me to safely like for example, um if I was I'm not going to, but like imagine someone was editing a video and they weren't able to save it in time. But this would allow you to save it in time before you close it. So it's like that. I need that for a blackout though. Yeah, it's actually pretty solid. What UPS you got? I think it was what is it? Cyber Power PC? Is that what it is? I don't remember. Is it Cyber Power? But the one I'm using is from Cyber Power. I was wondering which one it was from. But I would highly like I would suggest it if you're prone to frequent power outages. So like if I don't know, if you live in an area with constant thunderstorms, your power goes out a lot. I would suggest it because it also is just better for your PC parts. Like aside from keeping your PC on during like a storm or during a power outage, it also allows you to safely turn it off so it doesn't just fucking like fry. I mean, it shouldn't fry as long as you have it plugged into a power surge, but you never really know. It, like a UPS is basically like a way better power surge that is powered on with a battery that keeps your PC on. That's all it really is. Um, is Van from Asian or what side? My entire name is from my Asian side. Mm-hmm. Do you speak French or Viet? No, I only speak English. I used to understand Viet, but I don't understand it anymore. I used to live with my grandma, who's like her main language is Viet, so she like thinks in it and speaks in it mostly. But I kind of lost it all. Do do do. Entry. I'm thinking about what to do. What should we do right now? I'm personally pretty tired. I could probably head to bed. I mean, I didn't really get the greatest sleep either. So scary game. We're gonna do scary games on Sunday. Sunday is the scary games day. So more Alien Isolation on Sunday. Don't worry. Are you still jet lagged? No, I'm not jet lagged anymore. Would you relearn Viet? Um, I don't. To be honest, I don't think I have like the tongue for it. Like, uh, I think if I learned Viet again, it would sound like I would sound like someone who speaks it but really bad because I wouldn't have the accent for it, and I don't know if I could produce the accent for Viet. Because I don't really have an accent and like are you back to studying Japanese lessons? I'm kind of like on a hiatus from my Japanese lessons at the moment, but I'm planning to study it probably after my mouse drop and everything, and I get more free in my schedule, and there's less less stuff off my plate. Then I'll probably continue the lessons again. Because can you understand anime without subtitles? Depends on the anime. For an example, I I really need the subtitles for when I watch Apothecary Diaries. but I don't really need the subtitles for when I'm watching an anime. Wait, there was a one that I was watching. I'm trying to remember who it was. It was it was someone was deaf, like they couldn't speak, and then the other person like knew sign language or was like learning sign language. I think it was called A Sign of Affection. Like an anime like that is really easy for me to understand. Because it uses more simple Japanese, but for for an example, when I was watching like Apothecary Diaries, there's so many times where I have to pause and I'm like, what the fuck? Like what the fuck was that word? Or like there's like certain words that are used or like certain vocabulary or um just a lot more like niche stuff that's used. Like Apothecary, don't fuck around. That's definitely like a. Did you like Apothecary Diaries? I'm 5 episodes in. I'm not too sure, but I really like it. I really do. I don't know. I Kaide and I actually binged it together. It's pretty good. I like how this went to like basically just like a fucking Q&A section. Do you know the game Repo? I do. Yes. I saw some clips on TikTok. And it looks kind of. Isn't it basically just Lethal Company, but just different? You watch ReZero? I watched up until the third season. I haven't watched the third season. Was anime the reason why you started learning Japanese? I would say it definitely contributed for sure. Yeah, I think. I mean, there's a few reasons why. I mean, for one, also Kaide is fluent in Japanese, and I would want to be able to talk to her. But anime aside, I think Japan has a really beautiful culture, and it's also like a really respectful culture that I really fuck with. Um, and I definitely think like in the future I want to retire there or move there just because it's straight peak. Like and I visited probably at least 6 times now, and it is hands down like my favorite place to be in the world. It also like bro, it has all like the niche like nerd shit that I'm really into as well. Like dude, Japan has everything. It's crazy. Would you ever play Split Fiction with Kaide? I think she was playing with Daff. I was gonna play A Way Out with Kaide though, because none of us have played that. I can speak English, Japanese, Chinese, and Korean. That's fucking crazy, bro. I won't lie. I didn't really understand it at first, but learning as well. Like, Japanese grammar is basically English's grammar opposite, if that makes sense. How the fuck do you explain it? Bro, the grammar is literally just backwards. It is so fucking like it sounds like I'm like what is it? It sounds like old English. You have to like think of like old English in a way. And then everything's in reverse, bro. It's a complete mindfuck. So when I was actually like learning it, I remember I learned this thing, but I'm trying I'm trying to learn it rather translating it from English to Japanese. You try to learn it for just the language in itself. Um which I it's a weird concept to wrap your brain around, but that's the way that I've been learning. And so even sometimes I forget the English word for like certain Japanese words because I don't think of it as like I don't do it through translation. I do it through uh like just switching my brain into like a different mode. I don't I actually find it so hard how people are able to oh shit, what the fuck? I just did like a Mortal Kombat finisher on my mic stand. Wait, what the fuck? How did I do that? Give me a second. Doo doo. How do you pronounce your name in your language? Tyson. Would you say 5K in Japan is enough for 2 weeks? 5K, like, are you talking about like monies? Like USD? Is this CAD? Is this fucking pounds? Is this what is the currency? 5K for 2 weeks? I mean, you can make it work for sure. Um, I will say, like, the most expensive things there will be accommodation and flights. Everything else is really affordable, but it's insane how like you could get the best like fucking meal ever for less than like $5. No, I like straight up mean it. Less than $5, you can get the craziest meal that is like not only really tasty but super nutritional as well, and it just fuels you. We ever do a 24-hour? I'll definitely do it for sure. Yeah, bro, it's actually crazy to me. I mean, also, that's just how expensive NA is. I think most of the world is like pretty cheap. Like when I'm like in Europe and stuff, and if I go get like kebab or something, it is pretty cheap. Um, but then you go back to like you go to America, and bro, the prices in America are fucked. Like it's straight up fucked. You should totally do an anime watch party, bro. I won't lie, I would love to do that, but there's like issues with doing that. You can't really do it. Um, I would do 540 hertz at 1080p. Opinions on League of Legends. I mean, it's a fun game. Community can be pretty shit sometimes, but I think the game in itself is a great game. It's just these like people that belong in the fucking mental asylum, like the Pillar Room, they like escaped and they somehow scattered throughout the fucking League of Legends live servers. Are you a movie person? Not really, actually. I don't really watch too many movies. I'll tell you what my favorite movies are. My funny enough, actually, all my favorite movies are fucking they're Korean movies. My most favorite movie that I've watched is, I would have to say, Train to Busan. Hands down. First off, like I I I mean, my fucking username is literally TenZ Zombie. Like that's the long form of it. But dude, that movie is insane. And also, I love to like cry during movies, and like I don't know, Train to Busan like hits like a fucking an emotional depth for me. It is so fucking emotional. It's such, not only is it like kind of scary, kind of like thriller, a lot of like action, but it is also a very emotional movie as well. So Train to Busan number one for me. Number two, probably Parasite, also the Korean film. I mean, Parasite is okay. By the way, okay, this is my friend and I. Okay, I don't want to spoil the movie, but my high school friend and I, he was over at my place one day, and he's like, "Yo, you want to watch this like new movie that's out? I heard it's like a zombie movie or something." And so I was like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm down." So we start watching it. I'm completely confused the entire time because the movie is not zombie based. And then we got so hooked, and then halfway through the movie, bro, my brain opened up and I went, "Holy fuck, that's why it's called Parasite." Bro, it is, that movie is absurdly good. Um One of the best movies I've ever seen in my life. And then for 3 and 4, honestly, I would have to give it to like either oh, Interstellar was really good. I just watched Interstellar like recently, like a few months ago, and holy fuck, that movie is so good. Interstellar is insanely good. Same with I remember Inception being really good too. Um oh fuck, what? Oh, my favorite horror movie of all time is what is it? Oh fuck. I'm trying to remember the name. It's they, I think they also produced Midsummer. It's not Midsummer though. It's the Hereditary. Hereditary, hands down, best horror movie ever. Bro, that movie, peak for horror. Holy fuck. That movie is so goated. It is slow as fuck though. I will say that, but very 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 good. Midsummer Midsummer is also good, but Midsummer has, it's like more weird. Yeah, so I actually went into theaters to watch Interstellar because I never watched it in my entire life. It was the 10-year anniversary, and I never watched Interstellar before. And then I just recently watched it. Um, have you watched Arrival? Is that the Oh no, I'm thinking of Departures. Is it Departures or Arrival? I don't remember. Um, I'm trying to think of like what other movies I've watched that are really really good. Is true that I just got home. I mean, I'm just kind of just I'm just yapping away. So, I mean, ask away if you have any questions for me or stuff. You should watch. I was afraid. Same director as Hereditary. Okay. Harry Potter or Star Wars? Okay. I only recently started watching Harry Potter. I think I'm on like the fifth movie right now. But I never watched it. So I started watching the end of last year, and the only Star Wars I watched was I watched two Star Wars. One was like an older one, and then I also watched the one with like it's like the girl as the main protagonist, and it has the fucking dude who has like the lightsaber that's red, and it has like it comes out the sides as well, and it goes out the top. So I'm not too familiar with the Star Wars fan base. I also really haven't watched any of the Marvel movies either. Like I haven't watched like Endgame or like most Avengers. I watched Thor Ragnarok and maybe like the first Iron Man ever. But other than that, oh, and the Spider-Man with has the movie with the guy like Electro or something like that. But outside of that, like I don't really watch movies that often. Read the books, bro. I can't read books. Books are so boring to me. Uh, have you watched All of Us Are Dead? The Netflix. Yes, I have. I have watched All of Us Are Dead. I actually really liked it. I think my favorite K dramas I've watched was actually All of Us Are Dead are probably my favorites. My second favorite would be fuck. Oh, dude, I just watched it. I'm whipping on my phone. Do you take ADHD meds? I do not know. Uh, I have my meds, but I only take them ever if I really have to do chores. Um, they make me really bad at games, like really really bad at games, and it's because I become like a fully functioning like adult whenever I take them. Like it makes me it'll make me like crankier, and then also I just want to do like IRL stuff. I don't know how to explain it. Like I'd rather like clean up or do the dishes. So that's why it's like when I need to be productive, that's how I get productive. Um here. Oh, A Killer's Paradox. A Killer's Paradox, bro. I loved that K drama as well. Did you watch La La Land or something? I did watch La La Land. I fucking hated it. I'll say it first. I really did not like La La Land. Bro, straight up, I'm just like I will say though, I will say soundtrack, La La Land has a amazing soundtrack. I can really appreciate the soundtrack, but I'm just not a fan. I'm really just not a fan of the movie. That's all it is. You know what other movie I'm really not a fan of? But this one's like for different reasons. Um what is it called? Uncut Gems. I fucking hated that movie. But I hated it because it's so like tilting. It is unbelievably tilting. Bro, that movie legit after I watched it, I wish I could unwatch it and get the time back in my life. Like straight up. It's the point of the film, bro. Fuck that film. Yeah, I don't know why people like the ending of La La Land. Like don't spoil it, but the ending is fucking cheeks. Describe the plot. Okay, the plot is basically you play a game of Valorant, you get 013, you get shot through every smoke, and every piece of util that can hit you, you got wall banged, you got spammed, you got fucking KO missiled, That is basically a movie in Valorant terms. That movie is just so infuriating. Like it straight up, I want to fucking kung fu the drywall in my household after watching that movie. Hmm. Do you like living in LA? I actually do like living in LA. Compared to living in Canada, to be honest, I would say the biggest thing for me is weather. Another big thing is I realize I really like the city. I like the city because, for example, like let's say I'm streaming or whatnot and I want to go out at like 3 a.m. You can do that. Where I grew up, there was what is it? I think there was McDonald's that closed at like 11 p.m. or something, and like A&W. A&W is goated, by the way. To people that have never been to, I was watching Sakura stream after Raider. She said she doesn't know why anyone would move to Canada. Yeah, I'm not honestly as a Canadian. I'm not too big of a fan of Canada over the States. I mean, I think the States is just better to live in. They're basically cut of the same cloth, though. I won't lie. Like Canada and the States is very similar. But yeah, the weather in Canada is fucking terrible. Because if you live West Coast, 24/7 rain. If you live East Coast, you have to have like a fucking jacket that keeps you alive at like minus 15 degrees fucking Celsius temperature. Like it just gets so cold and it's so wet there and I don't like it. Um and that is one of the things that LA weather is like it actually feels insane. Like I don't know. It never ever rains here, which I mean it's a bad thing, but like for my mental it's a good thing cuz I like the sun. I like a little bit of sun. I like it when it's not too hot and it's not too cold and I think LA is that perfect amount for me. Minus 15 ain't that bad for Canada. Minus 15 is like the average, bro. You lived in an island though. You can't compare it, to be honest. That's true. I didn't live in Vancouver. I didn't live in the mainland Vancouver, but I did live Vancouver Island. And I will say Vancouver Island for a young kid is not fun to live in. It is Vancouver Island's a beautiful place to visit though, and for people that want to retire, and I think it is fine to do that there. But to live there and grow up there, it's kind of boring as fuck. Did you like Apothecary Diaries? I did. Vancouver has the same weather as LA. That is what? No, that is incorrect. Cause I'm living, bro. I lived in Vancouver Island my entire fucking life, and I moved to LA. And Vancouver Island has the same weather as Vancouver. Oh, I'm not even gonna talk. That was straight rage bait right there. It can't be. This can't be real. This ain't normally. How can you hide your recycle bin? I don't remember. I just did it. Um, Nanaimo's great, but nothing to do. To be honest, yeah, I do agree about that. Chatting stream very good. I mean, I'm getting my yap session out, bro. I did go whale watching in Tofino, and I actually learned that if a boat is standing still, stagnant for long enough, I start getting seasick. So that's what happened to me with my first time whale washing. Whale watching. Will you watch party of VCT Americas? I will, yeah. I'll probably do it from remotely though. I probably won't watch party from the venue. Did you do surf in Tofino too? I did surf, yes. But we didn't get lessons. We just bought wetsuits and surfboards, or like we rented them, and then we got totally fucking wiped out by the waves because apparently the waves were like expert level waves. Bro, I stood up for a whopping 1 second in the span of 4 hours, and I remember like falling into the waves, getting like fucking tossed down into the water, not knowing up from down. I like get back to the surface and I like try to catch a deep breath, and then my fucking board comes out of nowhere and just RKOs me back into the water. Did you watch Worlds 2024? I've basically watched like most Worlds, yeah. Which country are you planning to visit next? I'm actually planning to so I mean, let's see. For this year, there's Toronto and there's Paris. So I'm going to be going to France this year for sure. I actually might be going to Vietnam as well. I was talking to my dad and my grandpa, and I might do a Vietnam trip where we just kind of like just take a tour from like North to South Vietnam. Mm-hmm. So I'm actually pretty excited about that. Thank you, Mao, for the 4 months. Appreciate it. Vlog it? Oh yeah, that'd be a good vlog for sure. Vietnam's so cheap, especially with food. No, I know. I will say, okay, because I grew up eating my my dad's side of the family's food, like my grandma's cooking and my grandpa's cooking, my dad's cooking. Bro, I am pretty picky when it comes to like Viet food. But I know for a fact it would be fucking bussin' in Vietnam. Favorite Vietnamese dish? I have the generic answer. It's just pho for me, but another like I would say a close second for me would be ti co. That bro, I don't know what it is, but like my grandma would make ti co for me, and I just fucked that up, bro. It's so good. Actually, wait, Kaide made ti co recently. I remember she made it for me, and it actually tasted really good. But honestly, I can't tell if that's fiance bias though. But I'm pretty sure it tasted like really, really good. Like I'm almost certain. Do do do. Did you have a good time in Thailand? I would love to go. Bro, honestly, dude, Thailand was fucking amazing. Like, no, okay, not only are like the people really sweet, but um overall, bro, the country is so like Thailand is so fun to be in, and the food is incredible. I mean, I can handle spice to some degree. Like not spicy, 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 but like I don't mind if my shit starts burning. I like spicy food. So Thailand, ooh, bro, the food was really good. I wish I had more free time, or I wish I wasn't pressured to like return back so early, or else I probably would have stayed there for an extra week, to be honest. I really enjoyed Thailand. Like honestly, I have to go back to Bangkok because there was stuff there that I didn't get to do, but already just doing so little, I enjoyed it so much. Mhm. Did Kaida go to Thailand with you? No, she didn't. She was at home. Do you just use the basic extension cord for IMs? Yes, I do. What about the creators you met? Oh, the creators are awesome. Mm-hmm. Bro, I remember I went out like this is like the end night. Um, and this is the night that what is it called? This is the night that like T1 won, but we went out to like a place to celebrate after, and then afterwards we went to it was like a Korean karaoke like place. But it was different because rather than having a karaoke room, it was like open area karaoke, which I've never seen before. And bro, I got pretty drunk. And then um I heard some Psy get fucking turned on, and I started dancing and singing. Bro, a dream concert to go to, 100% would be it would 100% be like a Psy concert. Gangnam Style, bro. I remember I was dancing to fucking Gentleman, and I was singing it too. I don't even know. Like, okay, there's like some Korean songs I know, but I feel like I'd only sing them if I'm in a group that's like chill as fuck, and I had like the perfect amount of drinks, and then I'm totally down to sing it. Because my first ever Korean songs, like K-pop songs, would be I think the first one I ever heard was Haru from Big Bang, and then also along with that was Fantastic Baby. So those two songs, I used to know like all the lyrics, but I don't really know anymore. But like I kind of know subconsciously. I don't know. Uh, like if I hear it and I'm drunk, I might I could go for it. Um, what other songs? I know. I mean, Gentleman is like just pretty easy. Uh, Gangnam Style is pretty easy as well. So I'd say like I know those four like pretty solidly. Kaide has a very good singing voice. No, she actually does. I actually told her like straight up, her singing voice is actually insane. Have you ever been to Indonesia? I have not been to Indonesia. No. Karaoke stream? Can you do that? No, I can't do that. I can't do that. No, trust me, chat. It's not good, bro. To the people like to people that know me and like have like gone out with me, bro. I'll get a few drinks in, and then instantly I'll try to queue up fucking any Britney Spears song. That shit fire for karaoke, bro. Old music is so like fire for karaoke. Like 2010s, like fucking Britney Spears, Katy Perry, all that shit, bro. Those are like straight vibes for karaoke. Would you go to the Philippines with Kaide? I would, yeah. Were you a good student in school? No, I was not. I was a horrible student. I was a really, really bad student, actually. Dude, I remember my friend and I during lunch break, we were like, oh, let's go get some like boba. And so we drove over to the boba place, and then we realized the boba place wouldn't open up until like 25 minutes, and lunch break ends in like 5-10 minutes. So we decided that since we were already there, it was just optimal for us to stay, order boba, and show up to class late. So it's just us rolling up to class 30 minutes later with just fucking boba in our hands. So that kind of shows what kind of student I was. I was not a good student. Yeah, that's reasonable, bro. You got caught, of course. What do you mean? I literally had boba in hands, just fucking walking into the classroom. You like visiting European countries? Yeah, Europe is pretty awesome as well. I mean, I haven't been to too many places in Europe. I will say, okay, straight up, I'm not gonna judge Germany as a whole, but I do not like Berlin. I feel like Berlin is just like it kind of reminds me of where I grew up. It is very like it's very cloudy, very dark, very rainy and wet, and I get really sad there. Um, but I'm not going to gauge it just based off of like Berlin because I went to Berlin like 3 times now, and I'm not a fan personally. I would love to see like somewhere else in Germany maybe. Have you been to Taiwan? I have not. No. Try to visit Morocco with John Cutie. I could. I'll see next time. Next time he's there, I'll just show up at his house. Have you gone to college? No. I have not gone to college. If you had to choose a major in uni, what would it be? It would probably be something like gaming and or electronic related. I think my it's funny enough. Um, I think I might have talked about this before, but my brain is wired in a really weird way where I can only understand stuff in video game terms. So, for an example, like when I was younger, I remember bro, I couldn't find out ratios for like the life of me. Um, and so I didn't know what to do. And then one day my uncle was like, "Wait, how are you struggling with ratios? This is like KD. This is how many kills you have. This is how many deaths you have. This is your assists." And I'm like, bang. From that day on, ratios so fucking easy. So certain stuff like that for me, I if I can apply something via game knowledge, I can understand it instantly, which is really weird and also really funny. What do you put in your hair to give it volume? Mine is way too flat and straight. So I have a perm. So a perm is basically just like chemically like curling your hair and stuff. So if you do find that your hair is really flat, I would highly suggest getting a perm because my hair was also flat. But something that you can do to kind of fix flat hair is if you after you take a shower, instead of like doing like a standard like towel dry and stuff, using a blow dryer, aiming the blow dryer up and just drying your hair that way. So just drying it upwards, I noticed that way it would raise the volume a lot more. Um, any concepts related to League? Like, what do you mean? I mean, I understand like, I understand basic League macro. I don't think I understand it to like a pro degree, but I definitely understand it for yapping so long PC went to sleep. No, actually. Any tips for improving aim in Valorant? Focus mainly on crosshair placement. Try to flick less, and I would try to spray as least as possible in that game. Thanks, guys. I'm getting prim this Saturday. Oh, I hope you enjoy it. It will take a long time though. Like, so I would highly suggest like bring AirPods or something to like watch videos or um yeah, watch videos or a book. I don't really know. Something to because you're gonna be sitting in a chair for a while. So something to just pass the time. Bro, I feel like I'm like doing the night rambling. Like I'm so tired at the moment that I'm just talking. I'm just talking and talking and talking. How do you handle your ADHD? I don't know. I just kind of exist. To be honest, I don't know. My ADHD is pretty bad. I won't lie. I have a very like inattentive type, so I'm just like I'm very forgetful. I can't really like focus on stuff. Thank you. Cloak me please for the 10 months. And I can't I'm really bad at multitasking as well. So doing stuff that includes like multitasking is really, really hard. Or if you give me like multiple instructions, for example, like if someone gave me like a 3-part instruction, I could get the first part, but then I would forget the second and third. To be honest, like okay, I feel like ADHD is what is it? Scientifically, it's a lack of dopamine in the brain, right? I'm pretty sure why so many people have it nowadays is from like going onto like the internet and just getting like such high excessive amounts of dopamine so quick that your dopamine receptors just become so unbelievably fucked beyond belief and so unrepairable. So I think that's kind of like what happened. Like for me, I grew up on the internet since I was like, bro, since I was like 4 years old. I was just like playing games or watching YouTube or something like, dude, just getting so much dopamine. Been yapping for an hour. I'm down for a little yap sesh, so it's kind of fun. Will you ever stop gaming or will you stay playing it when you're old? I will probably game until I am fucking dead, to be honest. Until my brain no longer works and my hands can no longer move, then I'm buried 6 feet deep in the fucking earth. I will keep on gaming because that's just kind of my hobby. What about streaming? I mean, my philosophy with it is if I'm playing games, I might as well just stream it because there's like a few things for me in particular. I enjoy having people to like talk to in a sense while I'm playing something. Like if I'm playing like a single player game, like I can enjoy it by myself, but it feels like I'm just playing it and I'm not sharing the moment with anyone else. So that's kind of the reason why I like streaming a lot and why I like playing what's it called, single player games. Jordan said being an NBA player is harder than being an esports player. Thoughts? Being an NBA player is harder than being an esports player. I would agree. I think NBA is way harder. I mean, esports players only have to focus really on like the mental part of the game, whereas NBA, I feel like you have to focus on not only do you have to focus on mental and physical, but you have to be like physically gifted as well. Like if you're not like 6'5", it's cooked. Is that supposed to be a hot take? I don't know. Is that supposed to be a hot take, bro? That sounds like the most normal take ever. NBA is 100% fucking way harder than esports. That's why they're paid 120 times more than esports pro. Isn't it statistically way harder to be an esports player? No, I don't think so. I think being an esports player, anyone can do it. It just takes a lot of time. And you just need to find the right fit for what game you're playing. Because certain people's brains are um certain people's brains are just wired differently. Like, for an example, chat, I grew up playing video games legit since I was the age, like, since I was 2 years old. Since I was 2 years old, I was playing fucking Halo on Xbox. And then at 3 years old, I was playing Scouts and Knives on Counter Strike 1.6. Do you think if I just randomly picked up games when I was 16 years old, I would have the skill level that I do now? Fuck no. Like playing games and stuff is all just it's all just time. And it's like practicing an instrument, right? Like you can learn an instrument and if you just play it for a really long time, you're going to get good at it and then it'll become like second nature to you. And it's kind of like what happened to me where anything gaming related is very second nature to me and it comes really fast. Get the kids on sticks, moral of the story. Yeah, if you want, bro, if you have a kid and you want them to be an esports player, just give them a fucking mouse and keyboard at the age of 1 years old, and they'll become goats in 18 years time. What do you think has better aim, you or Simple? I mean, aim is like subjective. Like, what kind of aim? Like, he has better Counter Strike aim than me. Yes. I will say, like, compared to a lot of other tac shooter players, I have really good tracking and other skills. Like that's why I can climb really fast in like Overwatch or Rivals. It's I'm not only like I don't only have tac FPS aim, I also have just general aim. So most of my aiming stuff is it's not like the best, but it's also I would say pretty solid. Like tracking, switching, micro adjustment, uh stuff like that. Yeah, most CS players are not so great at tracking. It's because you don't really ever have to track. That's the reason. What monitor are you using now? I'm using the 540 hertz Zowie monitor at the moment. Vandal or Phantom? Vandal. Phantom if I tried. What are thoughts on new agent? Need buff or nerf? I would say leave it as is and see how it does in pro play. Why are you still wearing glass? What? All right. I didn't see the rest of the question. How are the dogs? The dogs are in Canada right now. Do you still know how to play piano? Probably. Wait, I wish I had a piano behind me. I don't know. There's one song. Okay. To people that know piano songs, ready? I'm gonna say something, and chat, you try to guess what song I know on piano. Okay, ready? What song does every Asian ever learn how to play on piano? Go. Yep, I saw it already. River Flows in You. That is one. That is the song I know. Okay, honestly, there's two picks. There's River Flows in You or there's Furley's. Those are the only two picks. I shit you not. Isn't that so, bro? It's actually so funny that legit. That's a difficult song, Luki. It's not. It's okay. I love that video of you and Sen playing piano. Is that the one where I was playing like the Halo intro? I mean, the Halo intro is pretty easy. Play it right now, bro. I don't have a piano on me. Also, I haven't played it in a while. Literally the pieces everyone knows. Exactly. Low key overplayed. I will agree.